Welcome to the David Sparks Show, an ongoing exploration of issues and thought by award-winning journalist, artist, and musician David Sparks. For more info, visit thedavidsparks.com.
Oh my God, the world's going to hell in a handbasket. Hey, I'm Dave Sparks. Thank you for tuning in, however you got here. It's December 5th, 2013 when I'm filming this, and Bryan Fischer of the American Family Association, the self-proclaimed American Family Association, because you can proclaim yourself to be anything in this country, he is having a fit. It's pedophilia. We are on a road to pedophilia, says Bryan Fischer. Check this out.
One of the things we've said from the very beginning is that once the man-woman threshold is crossed for marriage, for an understanding of marriage, once you go outside that, once you transcend that threshold, that barrier, that guardrail, then there is simply no logical place to stop. There's no logical place to stop in the kind of sexual relationships that you will support, you will endorse, you will embrace as a culture. There's just no logical place to stop. And we said from the very beginning, the next shoe to fall, the next domino to fall is going to be polygamy. And everybody laughed at us. Gay activists laughed at us. You're crazy. That's hyperventilation. That's exaggeration. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody wants to do that. Are you crazy? That's a straw man argument. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Now listen to this story from over the weekend from ABC. This is ABC. This is a major network now in the American landscape. And listen to how excited they are in presenting this story.
Is this the end of marriage as we know it? More couples opting to become triples or fourples. Live-in lovers spicing up the marital bed, even helping raise the children. Could your marriage survive this?
We were exactly right when we said polygamy was the next domino to fall. And after this, the next domino to fall is going to be pedophilia. They're saying the same things to us now. You're exaggerating, but we were right and we'll be proven right.
First of all, there is a logical step. Okay? It's called the age of consensuality, Mr. Fischer. Yeah, Fischer. You have to be consensual and of age to be able to make an adult decision like that, which we consider 18. That does not mean if you make a decision outside the boundaries of man, woman, that the next step is we're going to say it's cool for pedophilia. That's just totally MF and crazy, bro. And it brought up another thing. The domino is already fallen, Bryan Fischer. The domino of pedophilia has fallen into church. Have you seen the reports out of the Catholic Church? And it seems like about every week I see some evangelical youth minister having some kind of inappropriate relationship with one of his flock or whatever you want to call anybody who would follow a evangelical youth minister. And it got me to thinking, I was raised in the church. My daddy was a Southern Baptist minister, and I want to take this time to say, Dad, thanks for not fucking me up the ass. As a matter of fact, my dad never made any kind of move, any kind of suggestion. I never even thought about my dad thinking of me in that way. And so, Dad, thanks for not molesting me when I was a kid, if you're watching this. But obviously there's a lot of other religious people who are like, it's okay to molest kids. We've got Brian Donahue making some comments, and if you've seen one of my other videos from the Catholic League, seems to think as long as you've got some pubes, then it's no longer pedophilia, it's homosexuality. A long history of priest abuse. And it just gets me to thinking, why? Why didn't my dad, a Southern Baptist preacher, try any of this kind of stuff on me? Maybe it's because he could marry and do things, normal things that normal people do. His essential nature wasn't robbed of him. And so if you want to find a great place to hide out if you're a sexual deviant, then go into one of these more really strict, religions, evangelical sex, where it's super no on the sexy. Same thing with the Catholic Church, where they've got celibacy. No wonder you got a bunch of pervs within the ranks. because you're outlawing what is natural to mankind. You are going against nature when you're saying celibacy, and you are inviting all kinds of deviancy. The same goes for any kind of just problems and social castigation of sexuality, as long as that sexuality is within the confines and framework of consensuality and of age. Pretty damn simple. No, the world's not going to end if there's a two woman, one man, two women, two men, whatever. I could care less what my neighbors, what their familial setup, as long as they're good neighbors and they keep the place fairly decent. So, Bryan Fischer, you're a freak, dude. We're not going towards pedophilia. We're going towards freedom, because the man-woman construct, it's what I live with, but it's just a construct. If someone else wants to live outside of that construct, then more power to them, as long as they're not breaking the law. And, you know, why should we have laws that prohibit this kind of coupling in relationship behavior? Is, like I said, as long as it's consensual and they're of age to make that decision, it's really nobody's business. Shut up, Fisher. And that's all I got to say today.